actually in the screen?
Yep, you're right in the bullseye middle. And it's recording. I don't like it.
Why?
Because you're not smiling or anything.
Well, I'm not ready to shoot yet. Hello again, everyone. This is going to be a short video. This is an idea that I got from some of my peeps on ClubFrontier. The boss and I were in Richmond, Kentucky a few weeks back, and while she was in medical training classes, I took a 2-hour ride out to Bowling Green to go see the Corvette Museum. And while I was out there, I discovered that only about 4 or 5 miles away was what was billed as the largest indoor flea market in Kentucky. So I decided to take a ride over there, and while I was poking around, I ran across these. I got 2 of these 8-cartridge 60mm mortar boxes made for the United States Army. Not sure who the actual vendor was, but anyway, they're made to the typical mil spec, which means you could probably run them over with a deuce and a half. Now, that's probably a slight exaggeration. They are sheet metal after all, but they're quite durable, very well made, as most Army equipment is. Got a nice O-ring and everything there. And I picked up 2 of them for $25 each. Just couldn't walk away from that. So I brought them home, and then I'm sitting here figuring, well, what am I going to do with these? And I see one of the guys on ClubFrontier, and he decides to mount a very similar box. It was slightly smaller, and he went ahead and threw all of his ratchet straps in there. And I looked at that and went, wow, you know, that's a pretty good idea. So I copied it. So I took this puppy out there, threw it in the bed, and took a look at it and said, is it going to be too tall? Because first I thought it was not going to fit. Well, it turns out that with millimeters to spare, the tonneau cover will roll right across it and cover everything up, and it looks really great. And I was super surprised, but very pleased. Honestly, I don't think I could have ordered this thing custom made to be any closer than it is. Really came out excellent. So I just fabricated some brackets, and with some 3/8 spring nuts that I had left sitting around from the UtiliTrack hardware that's available at Lowe's, which I've used for a lot of projects in the past if you've looked at any of the other videos. And I just grabbed some 3/8 nuts and went ahead and fabbed up those brackets and drilled some holes through the side of the can and mounted it to the truck. And it came out great. It fits in the space, as you can see, between the auxiliary jerry can fuel tanks and the power outlet, and it's perfect. It was, like I said, it was almost like it was custom made to fit. The height, the width, everything is just great. Only thing is, of course, it does take up more bed space. So I'm thinking about how maybe I'm going to do, I don't know, some kind of wing nuts or maybe some kind of a quick disconnect of some sort to be able to pull that out of there if I need to carry a larger load. But right now, I think it's going to be great. So I'm just going to leave it in place and figure out, you know, like I said, if I do wing nuts or something, see how that goes. But anyway, for now, I've got all my straps loaded up in there, and it swallowed all of them and still had a little space left. So I'm very, very happy with how this project came out. And if you happen to run across some of these or something very similar, you know, or maybe that'll just give you a little bit of a push to try a project on your own, come on back and leave a comment if you do copy this or copy something similar. Let me know how it worked out for you. Until next time, FG out.